Burgundy Ballers, welcome back to a Victory Tuesday prime time edition of the Ballin in Burgundy podcast. Yeah, myself and Andrew the past few times. What's going on, my man?
Boys, we just made history last night. Not once in my lifetime have we seen the offense look that good. That was that was a unique experience watching that team
My oh,
seriously flip things around. That was holy. We have a lot to break down, guys.
we
That
got
was
we got a lot
crazy.
we got a lot of breakdown, guys. Last night was Monday Night Football, Washington at Cincinnati, and we get the W 38-33. Before we get into our breakdown reactions and our just good feelings, don't forget to like and subscribe here on YouTube. Hit that post notification bell every time that we upload. On the road to 500 subscribers, we're sitting at 370. So shout out to all of our Burgundy Ballers who have subscribed so far. Over 90% of our viewers who watch do not subscribe, so you guys can hit that subscribe button and let us know how we can improve. Hit us in the comments what you thought of the game. Instagram, TikTok at Ballin and Burgundy Podcast, Twitter at BIB Podcast 22. But let's get into this 38-33 with a damn near perfect game from our boy JD5, slinging and
Mhm.
running the ball, the deepest bombs pause to Terry I've seen him play in Washington. The defense looking absolutely god awfully abysmal. I've seen better tackling at a Diddy party, and that's a crazy statement. But you touched on it in the opening. History, my dude. I mean,
History. History.
multiple things. So let me kick this off. Shout out to @Washington PR on Twitter. Washington recorded 3 rushing touchdowns in the first half. First time a team as the Commanders have rushed for 3 touchdowns in the first half since 1999. Okay, we're out doing things on the
Wow.
ground. Jaden Daniels, the second most rush yards by a quarterback in their first 3 career games since 1970. Charlie Batch did
Wow.
160 yards in 1998, and RG3 did it in 2012 at 198. Jaden had 170 in his first 3 games, right? Jaden Daniels has the highest completion percentage by a rookie quarterback in a single game in NFL history. He's now ahead of Dak Prescott, who did it in 2016, and Gardner Minshew, Mustache Mountain himself, in 2019, right?
If I remember correctly, he's well ahead too. He had 91.3%.
0.3%. Yeah, Dax was at
Yeah.
88.9.
Yeah.
No team in the Super Bowl area did what we did. 2 consecutive games of no turnovers and no punts. So Trent Scott was the first offensive lineman in Washington to score a touchdown since Joe Jacoby in 1984. He has the highest completion percentage through the first 3 games in an NFL season. He is second at 80.3, ahead of Tom Brady at 79.5, and behind Drew Brees at 80.6. He is the second player in NFL history to have a 90% completion percentage with 1 rush touchdown and 2 passing touchdowns. And he has the highest completion percentage in Commanders to Washington history ahead of Mark Brunell and Patrick Ramsey. I mean, he was just throwing this. He has a better completion percentage, yards per attempt, and turnover ratio than Caleb Williams. And think about this: in 3 starts, he has 2 games where every team scored on the drive, not including kneel downs. 2 and 3 starts. The combined total of Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Drew Brees, and Peyton Manning, 2 and 1,094 starts. When I tell you this man was making history, I just went on a good 2-minute rant of history made. This is the just greatest start to a season offensively I think I've ever seen here.
100%. And if I'm going to summarize it up in one sentence, I would say it's not bad for a college offense.
God bless Cam Taylor-Britt. And I'm not like I don't want to discredit him, but he's a damn good cornerback. He's the reason he's their corner 1. He tried to take his words back, but explain himself post game. So shout out to him. But yeah, he got burnt and beat by Terry McLaurin. So God bless.
Yeah.
God bless 17. Terry McLaurin, 4 receptions, 100 perfect yards, and that touchdown, just glorious. I will put up the 2 throws on screen while we talk about Terry. Darius Butler on the Pat McAfee show was talking about it. Nightcap with Shay and Unk were talking about it. Aaron Rodgers said as he admires Terry's humility and team first and like non-diva. Like this might have been the game to put us on the map and to put Terry McLaurin in the spotlight, dude.
Hmm. We finally saw that connection that we've been lacking the last two games. I mean, those two bombs to Terry was just so exciting. I mean, that little piece that we were missing the last 2 weeks. I'm so excited that we saw here. So hopefully that's something we can continue throughout the season and see more of.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, it all comes back to getting our best players the ball. That's how we're going to
Yeah.
win games. Terry's going to come in clutch. That last throw, where we had 10 on the field,
Yep.
Jaden got decked by that unblocked D lineman, and it was a perfect throw.
Perfect
That
ball.
pass was the lowest projected
Did
completion rate or
yeah.
something like that of
Yeah,
the entire season. Like
it had
10%, I
it
think
had
it
like a
was.
yeah, I think it was a 10% completion probability. And he makes that
Yeah, yeah.
and so he explained it during like post game. He said how he knew it was to McLaurin, it was a cover zero. He knew he was gonna take a hit,
Hmm.
but he trusted his guys. Terry telling Cliff to give him a go route and
Hmm.
tell Jaden, if I'm 1-on-1, get me the ball. And he takes
Yeah.
that massive hit from Geno Stone, who's a damn good safety in this league. He balled out for Baltimore last year. He's on Cincinnati this year. And everyone's saying, he's on Jaden's on the skinnier side, so taking hits might not last him all that long. But he takes that hit, and if you watch the film, and I might slow it down, we'll see, is he releases that ball as Terry's in that stutter step, and he
Hmm.
drops it perfectly for Terry to get a foot and a knee down inside.
Just insane.
Dude.
Um, if I remember correctly, Ekeler in the game at that point? No,
Ekeler, by the
he was
fourth
hurt.
quarter, he was gone.
Yeah,
Um,
he had that concussion.
yep.
Um, but I
And,
know
and, and, pray,
since I
and
think
prayers
B
out.
Rob
Prayers out to Ekeler real quick. He didn't make the
for
trip to
sure.
Arizona today. Concussion protocol.
Hmm.
Shout out to him because he's an absolute dog.
Yeah, and he was going crazy. He had like three rushes for a lot of yards, like 30 something.
He had three rushes
Um,
for 35 and and a touchdown and that massive 62-yard return.
that was insane watching. Yeah, that was
Dog.
the best return I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
But back to that play, our offense was so confused. They had no idea what
Yep.
the play was. We didn't know what we were doing. We only had 10 guys on the field.
Yep.
The clock was almost down to zero. Jaden
0.
just hikes it. Terry, before the play, Terry said, "Trust me."
Me.
And he did. And
Did.
he nailed him with one of the most perfect passes, perfect catches I've seen in so long. 3rd and 7, absolutely crucial. That sealed the game right there.
That sealed game because it was 27. I think it was 27-20 to that point, and we needed
Hmm.
something to stretch the lead, and that is exactly what we needed. 7, as I think Joe Buck said, they needed 7, got us 27 by 17. Just an absolute just piss missile bomb. Better bombs than Obama was dropping during the administration. Just throwing just throwing those things. But he was the only one. Like Zach was making crucial catches. LMC on that
Hmm.
massive, I think 4th and 2 or 4th and 4, where he catches it,
Hmm.
spins around, goes down to the goal line to set up. I think the B Rob touchdown.
Yeah, it is the
No
B Rob.
Noah Brown catching that immaculate, 1 yard grab and gets down
Hmm.
immediately. Trent Scott being Jaden's first passing touchdown, just the way we all predicted.
That
Just
was awesome. That was
and
amazing. Yeah.
and I didn't see. I was thinking, oh, Jaden's gonna scramble again. This is gonna be a rush heavy, and all you see is Trent get on his block, get off, turn around, and just floats it over. And man, oh man, if that was in DC, I think that would have been the greatest home game in years.
Honestly, I'm just gonna say this. That is one of the best offensive games the NFL has ever seen.
I think so.
Yeah. I mean,
I yeah.
it was the first time in NFL history that neither team punted or had a turnover.
Nope.
Scored on every single
Single.
drive.
No
Crazy.
punts, no turnovers. First game since I think 1940. that's ever
Okay.
happened.
Yeah.
Think about
1940.
that.
That sounds right.
19. So Washington was established in 1932. You had the Packers back then. You had the Browns. I think you had the Baltimore Colts back then. You had the Pittsburgh Pirates back then when they were like, you had a few teams established by then. Not since 1940.
Insane.
And we've done the 2 games in a row.
That's crazy.
It's absolute. I mean, Jaden, we've all seen the stats, but I'm still gonna say it. 21 of 23, 254 total passing yards, 2 touchdowns, only took 2 sacks, 141.7 passer rating, and 91.3 passing percentage.
Insane.
Absolute. Just beautiful. I mean, 40 yards on the ground. Ekeler had 35. B-Rob had 33. Jeremy McNichols had 1 because he had to get because Ekeler was out. Terry had 100. McCaffrey had 44. Zach Ertz 38. Noah Brown had 29. Ekeler had 22 on the ground. Diami had a quick 16. B-Rob had 4 on the ground. Trent Scott with the 1-yard reception. I mean, you want to talk about spreading wealth and this being in the game, you get your game changers going. This was the game.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah. So a crazy stat that I saw this morning after the game that I'm going to read off. So the amount of games where teams have scored on every drive, excluding kneel downs, Jaden Daniels has 2 out of 3. Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, and Patrick Mahomes have also 2 out of 1,094.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Just to put it in all said, I said it early and he said it now. That's also a rookie doing this.
3 games in.
3 games in. Okay, we can all say the Tampa game was a bad look because it really was. New offense, new defense. Tampa's a hell of a team. Baker is right now probably a top 5 quarterback in this league, top 10 quarterback in this league. So even if you wanted to say that game doesn't count, the first 2 games of your career, 2 first wins of your career, and you're beating out legends, current, future, past Hall of Famers at this rate.
Put your name in the history books.
Put your name. I think he broke 2 or 3 records. We broke 2 or 3 records by ourselves. And there was this graphic on the Pat McAfee show because they're talking about, shout out to them. He's the only player, I think, in NFL history to throw for 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, have a rush touchdown, and a 90% completion percentage of his passes in a single game.
Crazy.
So what is it? What is that? 5 records we broke last night? 6 records we broke last night? Offensive line looked damn near immaculate. All of them. Alec Gretting and Cosme had 80 plus PFF grades. Lucas, Wiley, and B-Dash had 76 to 79s. I mean, I'll put up the next gen stat line. The 2 incompletions he had, one was an overthrow to Terry. The other one was just a miscommunication. If he connects with Terry on that overthrow, he's 22-23.
And he also had more touchdowns than he had incompletions. He had 3 touchdowns.
Three total touchdowns.
2 incompletions.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, you seriously would have thought this was a veteran with the greatest just play calling and like
it was great play calling. Props to Cliff on that.
Cliff was in his bag. I was joking around. I was running our Twitter the entire night. Shout out to everyone on Twitter. And I was shooting the shit with Sir the Shooter, who does amazing picks. Shout out to him, and I'll put up the tweet. And he put up, Jaden's first touchdown goes to Trent Scott. What the fuck? So I pulled a Shannon Sharp. I'm sure everyone's seen all the memes of Shannon Sharp doing the Lakers in 6, Lakers in 5 kind of thing. So I said, Surge with the picks, 8-0 New York Knicks, Scott with the fix, Daniels for 6. And I was shooting bars out there. But dude, this what is just an immaculate game. But with that being said, defense. What the fuck?
Our defense was worse than theirs.
So Cincinnati overall, as a stat line, much better than us. They had 8 more first downs. They had 30, we had 22. They had 60 total plays, we had 57, right? We had less penalties, but all our penalties came in the fourth quarter. But I mean, I'll go with these stats. Burrow, 29 of 38, 324 and 3. Jamar, 6 for 118 and 2. Andre Josevich, shout out to 80. 5 for 52 and a touchdown. Gesicki got 47. Zach Moss at 39. T. Higgins at 39. Eric All, the rookie tight end, had 22. Chase Brown was 7. They ran the ball somewhat well. Chase Brown, 7 of 62. Zach Moss, 12 of 58. And Burrow had 4 on the ground. We could not tackle to save our lives.
It was atrocious. And leaving the biggest holes in the middle of the field. It looked like we weren't even trying to guard people.
No.
It was awful.
The only people I saw flying around were Frankie Louvu, Dorrance Armstrong, and our guy Javonte Jean-Baptiste, because our boy rookie we had a rookie sack, and you love to see that. Jean had one, and then Dante Fowler and Dorrance Armstrong shared that second one. So we finally had a 2-sack game. Shout out to JJB for being called up and get you a sack, my guy. But what? Like we all wanted. You all were in the comments on Instagram and on TikTok saying, "What are we on? What are we smoking for saying trade John Allen?" What did I see after the game? Allen should get traded. Payne can't do worth the shit. $20 million for what? Maybe y'all were right. You realize Shazan Newton truly made his debut today or last night on the game. Had 3 tackles by himself. Duran has 2 on the season. John has 4 on the season. Duran got 3 in 1 game.
So here's something I saw on Twitter this morning. Newton played 40% less snaps than Allen and Payne.
Yep.
And he had three more tackles than both of them combined. Yep. I don't know, man.
And yet you and I sound delusional for saying trade John Allen.
I think most people were just coming after me on that, but I kind of enjoyed that.
Dude, I mean, y'all. I mean, but I love the interaction with all of our fans, all of other just Commanders fans. So I'm not mad that we had said a little controversy,
not at all.
And I enjoyed. Shout out to everyone who was responding and everything, and keep doing it. You guys rock. We love you guys. But what I saw, I think 7 to 10 tweets within 30 minutes out of the game. Man, Allen's got to go. These D tackles can't tackle worth this, but they can't get pressure. But he's getting double teamed. But he's not supposed to get us. Like, he's supposed to stuff the middle. It's kind of hard to stuff the middle when you're being single team destroyed. But all right,
we're bad.
All right, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Defense needs to tackle correctly. I could not because I watched this game live. Y'all can read. Put this in. Y'all can go back and read the tweets on Twitter. I was in there almost after every drive. Man, this first half looks good. Defense can't get worth this, but Mike Samuelson should not be on the outside one-on-one with Jamar Chase. He should be in the slot. Although he coached St. Jude's for the other one, so we're still fucked on that.
Yeah.
But Louvu was a demon flying around the field. The three guys I mentioned got the sacks, and then Sandersville had a massive hit on that in the second quarter. I think that kind of juiced the defense a little bit. It was a damn good. I think he got there just a shad bit early, but a massive hit on his part. But I could have sworn I've seen better defense at daycare for toddlers. I swear I've seen better defense at basketball games. I could have sworn I saw The Rock and Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes in the middle of that scrimmage, because you could have drove a truck through the holes the defense are giving up.
It was every single play towards the end of the game was a first down for the Bengals. I knew that once they get the ball, they were going to go score a touchdown. I had not a doubt in my mind.
Nope.
I was prepared for it. I knew that the game was going to come down to whoever got that onside kick. Whoever got the onside kick was going to win that game.
And we did.
Because our defense could not stop them, period.
Nope.
We did.
And
We got the onside kick. We
we,
won.
we got it. But Jamar had two. I think he had a 27 and a 25-yard touchdown, respectively. There's 50 yards and two right there. Really? I get our secondary is not the best in the world, and our safeties can use a tad bit of work. I love Chin. I love Forrest. Love us some Tyler Owens. And where's T.O.? Why is he on the field? But these corners, atrocious, abysmal.
Just awful.
It's the worst. Quick tweet real quick from John Kyman. I'll put this in the edit. Dan Quinn said Ekeler is back in DC. He's back here in Virginia to treat that concussion. He's also suffered from a laceration in the ear. He'll know more later this week. So shout out to Ekeler. Just get better, man. Loved you on the field. Loved you in our special team. So get well soon. But overall, defense aside, what a game.
I've not seen something like that in so long.
No.
We have a lot to be excited about. We finally found our guy at quarterback.
Yep.
The future's bright.
We do. And shout out to my guy, Chiseled Adonis, because I decided to tune in towards the end. I rewound back to the Terry McLaurin touchdown. You guys can either go watch that live stream right up here, or I'm going to play the clip right about now.
The snap over, wide open. Jaden McDaniels got fucking shot, but McLaurin in the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! Terry McLaurin! Terry McLaurin, Jaden McDaniels got absolutely lit the fuck up, but the rookie found Terry McLaurin in the end zone. Scary Terry with the 10 toes down challenge on the score. Look at the man's feet. That brother plays football. Eye catch, eye drag, knee down, two hands. That's a touchdown. Oh, that brother's got balls. My God, can he play? The battle of the LSU boys seems to be going in the favor of the rookie. Oh my God, what a throw from Daniels. That brother took a shoulder pad and a helmet straight to his goddamn clavicle, but still was able to find Terry McLaurin in the end zone for the score. This rookie is fucking balling.
And dude, like Jaden got lit up on the Geno Stone hit, but man, those deep bombs he was making. We need to see this every week. Terry's up to 12 receptions, 139 yards on the season at a touchdown. We need to make this in every game. Get him 50 to 150 yards per game. He will get to 1,000.
Yep. Just got to keep it up. Keep the momentum going.
Yep.
I want to see it more and more.
Got to.
And I mean, we saw it yesterday. As soon as Terry starts getting the ball, this offense flips the switch. We turn on, and it's it's a good sight.
It's a great sight to see. But just so much good. The photos of the Terry catches, to Jaden's celebration in the end zone, them smiling, talking shit to Bengals fans. Like, I have not seen this level of camaraderie and just put togetherness since maybe the Alex Smith Thanksgiving game in Dallas, where we put up, I think, 42.
I'd say this is almost more exciting than that.
I think so. And this is on, I mean, Thanksgiving's Thanksgiving, but this was just on another level.
Yep.
But dude, we got a lot to be excited about. We got we play the Cardinals on Sunday in Arizona. The team's already there now. It's 100+ degrees out there.
Ooh, it's hot.
It's hot, but they've got time this week to practice in that heat. So, we'll see, because Arizona's a damn good team.
They definitely stepped it up from last year. They've pulled it together. They're gonna play us hard, but we got to keep that momentum going into next week.
We definitely do. But we'll talk about more on our predictions later on this week. But guys, it's Victory Tuesday, Victory Wednesday, whatever you guys see this, because I'm gonna get it later tonight. But guys, can't thank you enough for tuning in. It's victory wherever it is right now. If you're a Commanders fan, enjoy it, savor it. I have probably 100 screenshots and videos from last night throughout Twitter, Instagram, and my camera roll, because this is, like I said, maybe the greatest offensive showing we've had
ever.
Maybe since the RG3 days.
I don't know,
but I'm not complaining. I'm gonna revel in it. I'm gonna enjoy this. We're both rocking the Terry McLaurin jerseys. I got the white. He's got the black. Oh The Commanders usually looked better in prime time. I don't know what it was about the burgundy and white, but it looked great last night.
Looked pretty good.
It looks pretty good. But a win is a win. 38-33. It's going to wrap things up, guys. Can't thank you guys for enough tuning in. Don't forget, like and subscribe here on YouTube. Hit that post notification bell every time that we upload. Go in the comments. Let us know down below what was your favorite part of last night's game, whether it was the Terry connection, whether it was LMC getting involved, whether it was the defense doing absolutely abysmally nothing. Let us know down in the comments. Instagram and TikTok at Ballin and Burgundy Podcast. Twitter at BIB Podcast 22. Let's head into later this week. Let's head into Sunday. And let's head into these predictions, but let's revel in this victory. We are 2-1, leading the NFC East with a division win and a road win. But guys, let's go wrap things up. Hail those Commanders, raise hail. Don't forget to stay ballin'. We'll see y'all out there.